Hey everybody, it's Austin Ward back here at Lettermen Row for another BuckIQ. We've got Reid Fragel in here, the former Ohio State and NFL offensive lineman. So you know we're digging into the trenches up front. And Ohio State has recently signed, early signing period, brought in some new offensive linemen. One big one from in-state here, Reid. Ryan Jacoby, big powerful guy. You never really know for sure how that transition is going to go from high school to college for any lineman. It might take some time, but certainly a big pickup for Ohio State, another guy who can maybe play multiple spots.
Yeah, and that's something that, I mean, you saw from Michael Jordan this year, that you see a guy go from tackle to center, that it's going to be important down the stretch here when things kind of finalize amongst the roster spots. So having that versatility, so to speak, is going to be huge, especially at the college level.
What's the hardest thing about going from being a high school lineman to your first year at Ohio State?
I would say nowadays is different from when I was coming out of high school. I think the media aspect of things has changed and evolved so much that these kids are, 17, 18 years old, having to deal with such a, I guess, high-powered media outlet with cameras in their face. You were talking about, the high school Tate Martell getting followed around with the camera for a year. Like, that's something I never even heard of.
Right.
So that's a totally different ballgame for them. I think that might be the biggest, I guess, off-the-field transition going from high school to college. But I would say from the field aspect, the speed is just something that constantly changes from high school to college, from college to pro.
You think there'd be anybody that wanted to watch a slobs version of instead of QB1, just some slobs high school?
I think there might be an audience out there for that. There might be a demographic.
People love those guys. Hey, you talk to offensive linemen, you usually find out way more about football than any other position. That's why Reid's here today. We're going to break down Ryan Jacoby from Mentor, Ohio, big pickup for Ohio State on National Signing Day. So let's roll the tape. All right, Reid, so digging through, found a little highlight reel here from Ryan Jacoby on Huddle, borrowing that to see kind of what Ohio State's going to get at left tackle or wherever he winds up, and that seems like a pretty solid start there, putting a guy on the ground.
Yeah, his ability to reach the outside edge there was something that's hard to do. I guess easy to do at the high school level, but moving forward here, and the corkscrew block was one of my favorite things to do in high school. You kind of get away with, but kind of shows a little bit of violence and finish in the play.
They don't still teach that at the college level, or
no? There might be a little bit of a holding as you kind of twist the guy with his upper body towards the ground. But I used to like doing it in high school, so it's fun to see that there.
A little bit of nastiness there, the way he finished, and I know we've talked about that with Isaiah Prince and some other guys. You're going to see it throughout this highlight reel that Ryan Jacoby really enjoys the finish here, putting guys in there and making sure that they know who put him on the ground.
As you saw in that last clip there too, you see his patience at the second level. If you run it back one more, you see his patience waiting for that backer and the play to develop, where he kind of sits and helps his guard, and then he comes off last second when he feels that back behind him. And you see him finish the play, obviously.
It almost looks like a 2-for-1 there, Reid. Is that? You're not going to go around him, and then he moves off.
Yeah, I would give him a 2-for-1 there, absolutely. But just his finish there was incredible, too, on top of the patience he showed to wait and not rush up to the second level and bail out on his guard.
I might be a more generous grader than you. What do you think of the way he sits there? That you have to move anything with the technique, the way he's sitting on the edge? Does that look all right to you?
Yeah, his edge play, honestly, does not look too bad. I mean, if anything, it's impressive how he can get out there no matter where the spacing is at that end. Only thing you'll see moving forward here, I guess it's something that is obviously going to be corrected at the college level, is his kind of top-heavy, the lean, and his right there. You kind of see it. He gets away with it, though, because he gets the defender's hands down. But you see his punch, and he kind of lunges forward with his punch a little bit, which I think in the next clip you'll see. But right here, he just kind of swats the defender's hands away and is able to bury him like that, which you love to see. Might be in this play, but it's tough to find things with this guy. See right there, he kind of is able to get pulled forward a little bit, but he's, again, able to finish the play with some tenacity. Even on a negative there, he's turned into a positive. But
this guy doesn't even want to throw the flag. He's too afraid. So.
He's getting entertained right now. But yeah, I mean, it's tough to find things with this kid at this level. Obviously, at the next level, they'll come out more. But, there again, there's his patience to the second level, and his ability to finish is what I love out of this kid so far. We
never know for sure, exactly what the assignments are when we're looking at highlight reels or the level of competition, but it's interesting to me just to see you break down what you're seeing from an offensive lineman and how that might project at the next level, because it's a hard position, I think, for people the common fan to get a feel for what guys are doing, even when you get to the college and NFL level.
Yeah, it's extremely tough at the high school level to there's such a wide range of talent on the field at any given time. So it's tough to kind of, not be too overzealous with what you say about his mistakes or his positives, because you don't really know who the guy is you line up across from. It could be Joe Schmo who's not even getting looked at from colleges, and he's just burying this kid. So, but overall, I mean, he's got a very sound technique, and that's something that'll carry over to the next level and what you look for.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be seeing a bunch of guys this size when he lines up in the Big Ten in a couple of years.
Yeah, that's why you see him enjoying it after these plays. He's finishing every guy he can because he knows it might not be happening at the next level, to that level, I guess, to that degree.
The way he seems to move.
Ooh, there you go.
He gets pretty. The footwork seems pretty good for a guy his size.
Absolutely. Him out in open space so far. I mean, he's getting on his guys. Obviously, it's a highlight reel, but he's getting out on the edge fine. He's holding his own out in space at the second, third level. His pass technique right there, you see him, he's always finishing the guy. A little choke slam action there. You love to see it.
Another one that the officials might be flagging anymore.
Yeah, they might be calling that hands in the face, but you never know. Might have been subtle. Burying guys again. That's awesome.
It'll be interesting to see just exactly what Ryan Jacoby will be able to bring. As we said right off the top, it's hard for freshmen to come in and help Ohio State right away on the offensive line. It's not impossible. Big Daddy Orlando Pace did it once upon a time. Michael Jordan got in there a couple years ago as a starter. We'll see if Jacoby has that ability once he gets on campus for Ohio State, where he projects the best position, whether that winds up being at tackle or guard. That remains to be seen, but no matter what, we know Reid Fragel will be around to break that down for us at Lettermen Row on BuckIQ. So for Reid, I'm Austin Ward. We'll see you next time.